Yo, what is up guys, it's Tactician coming at you with another video. In this video, I wanted to make a tier list showcasing which dashes are the hardest for Poppy to cancel with her W, steadfast presence, in the game. Because as you know, some dashes are a lot faster than others, so you're going to need a better reaction time to be able to cancel them efficiently. Some of them are just outright like good luck, but some of them are really easy, and I'm going to be making this tier list just so you know which ones are going to be easy for you to look out for, so that when you're in the middle of a team fight, you don't feel pressure to pressing W when you don't need to. You know, it's really good to know, okay, well, I just have to wait for Galio to press E here, and then I W it fairly easily. So I'm just going to go ahead and get into it. So Aatrox. Also, yeah, no, obviously not every champion has a dash, so it's like if they don't have a dash, I'm just gonna ignore them. All right, so Aatrox E, I put it between medium to medium reaction, because he can like automation cancel with it. Like he could auto attack and then E, and then it's hard to read the animation if he's in the middle of his auto attack animation, especially with his passive or casting any of his Qs as well. So even if he's in the middle of a Q, so I think this is like medium reaction. It's not as easy as people think. Ari, I put Ari easy just because she has 3 of them, and you can kind of tell when she's trying to go in for a kill, so it's easier to read. I put godlike reactions just because of her ultimate 2. Obviously her E1 and E2 are pretty easy, and R1 is easy, but her R2 is like speed of lightning, so I'll put Akali in the godlike reactions tier. Alistar, I put as easy as well. You know, it's fairly telling. The only hard time is probably when he's, you know, looking to flash W or hex flash W. It's a lot harder, but other than that, Pulverize is pretty easy. Amumu, Bandage, really easy as well. You see it coming out prior. So there's that like animation of the Bandage going out, and then there's the animation of it actually having to go in between your targets, especially if the Bandage is not targeting you itself, then you have a lot of time to react to this usually. On to the next one. Aurelion Sol is easy to react to, but he can cancel it. So if it kind of depends on the Aurelion Sol player whether or not he's aware that you can actually cancel his E, I believe. I'm pretty sure it's his E, yeah. So yeah, I'll just put medium reaction, but like other than that, it's like fairly easy. So Azir, I have to put great reactions. It's really fast, and you know, he could do it before you even get within his range. It's just a really fast dash overall, but if you're in his range already, it might be pretty much a medium reaction. Bard, I'd say how can you miss, really? You just kind of gotta wait for him to go into the portal and then press W. If he's a good Bard player, he puts the portal out and then he just waits out the duration, but then usually like he's standing on a wall, so you can just eat him into the wall and combo him, yada yada yada. So Braum, I put Braum like between easy to medium. It's like, this is like the middle standpoint of what a dash is in this game, like the average speed, if I had to guess. It's around Braum level, so I put a medium reaction. Caitlyn, I put Caitlyn pretty easy because there's animation before she actually starts dashing, so it's pretty telling. So I'll put it there. Camille, I'll put it easy as well because there's 2 parts to her dash. Is the first and second part. But if you're on the wall, like if you're literally right beside her, then she could like fast dash. If you don't know what I'm talking about, then you probably just haven't experienced it yet. Faced a good enough Camille player to really go through it. But she does have a moment opportunity to E quickly onto you. But other than that, like if she's doing medium range or long range E's, it's pretty easy. When I'm talking short range E's, I'm talking like you guys are both like pinpoint next to each other on a wall. Those are probably the harder ones. But even like in a short range dance, you have dash, you still have a lot of time to react to it. All right, just making sure I'm not missing anyone here. Corki, pretty easy to react to. It's pretty easy. A lot of champions are gonna go in easy. The ones of how can you miss are going to be the ones that are insanely telegraphed. You'll be seeing so surely. Dana's dash is pretty fast. I put her between medium and great reactions. For sure. For sure. It's not that easy to read. And it's really fast. But what's telling about it is that she's usually looking for the reset on top of her Q. So probably definitely great reactions. Yeah. Echo. Echo's animation is really short for this, and you know, he can E before you even get into W range. I put a medium reaction. Why not? At least I think it's definitely medium to easy for sure. Just because it's kind of telling when she transforms into spider form and she's looking to combo. But yeah, I'll put her easy. Evelyn is actually like pretty great reactions in my opinion. It's not hard to tell. It's not easy to tell. Especially if she's not lining up a charm, because it's a pretty fast dash. You see how fast she actually dashes to her target. There's a really small window of opportunity that you actually get to cancel her dash. So I usually struggle with this one. Fiora is between medium to great reactions, because when she's like in short range of you, it's a pretty fast dash. But if she's going for max range Q, then it becomes medium. But I'll hold her down to medium. Fizz, I'll put easy. Usually, it's just like right with Braum in terms of like dash speed. If I'd had to say, Galio's is one of the ones I say how can you miss. It's really telegraphed, you know, when he's using his E. But what you need to be careful for is that if you're standing directly on top of him, he's not actually gonna dash. You just get knocked up. But it's really telegraphed. So I really like ganking Galio. You know, it's usually just has to burn flash, but then you could just flash W after him, which is really nice. Gnar is like medium to like great reactions. I'd have to put, honestly, it's not that he's just sitting at that Braum level standpoint of dashes. Gragas, I'll put Gragas easy for sure. But the one thing you need to be careful for is that if he's in your hitbox, that like there's no dash animation that goes through, so you just get stunned. Graves I'll put easy because his R is really telegraphed. Like there's a whole animation before it, and then his E is a bit harder. So it's between easy to medium. The champions that have two dashes like could fit in like two categories because they're two separate dashes. But just because his R is not something that's being used every 4 seconds or so, then I put a medium just because his R is like something he uses once like in a while towards his E is being consistently used, and his E is pretty fast. And then like on top of that, he's usually Graves is if he's good, he's usually taking phase rush into you, so there's a lot of space being built. Hecarim, pretty fucking easy. Like it's just as soon as you see him lock onto a target for auto attack, you press W and then it goes through. Alawi, pretty easy. You just got to be careful though. The same thing with Gragas. If she's in your hitbox, then there's no actual dash, but pretty telegraphed otherwise. Aurelia is probably like medium to great reactions, honestly. Like I always struggle to cancel Aurelia Q, especially when she has a lot of stacks, because if she could just choose to auto attack you rather than Q. Honestly, I don't like facing Aurelia. I always struggle this matchup, especially if it's a good player, because a good Aurelia player knows that Poppy's not a direct counter to her in lane. In team fight, yes, because you're just looking for what she's looking to reset onto. But in lane, it's not that easy because she has a lot of options, you know. And 5-stack Aurelia just outtrades anyone, so. Yeah, it becomes a lot harder of a matchup. J4, how can you miss, really, man? How can you miss? How can you miss? It's just EQ. It's really telegraphed. I don't know. I never really missed J4 knockup, right? Ivern is pretty easy too. It's fast, but like he has to land his Q first, and then people have to click afterwards. I feel like you have a lot of time. Jax is between easy to medium. Usually it's easy though, because I'll say medium because if he Qs you while you're right next to him, there's still a dash animation, but it's way faster because there's a lot less travel time. But if he does like a medium to like long range dash, then you have a lot more time to react to it essentially. So I'll put him under easy. Jace, pretty easy. His Q has like such a long wind up to react to it. Callista passive, pretty easy. How can you miss? Easy. I'll put her how can you miss, really. She's just, like, you just got to be on the lookout for when she's looking to kite and then press W. Kai'Sa's godlike reactions. It's really hard to tell when she's like about to ult, you know. The animation is really swift as well. It's really hard to read. Always struggle with that one. Am I missing anyone? Just want to make sure I'm not missing anyone. Nope. Let's keep it moving. Kayn is easy. Straightforward. Kha'Zix, I'll put Kha'Zix between easy to medium because if he E's while he's stealth, then it's obviously a lot harder to read. But I'll have him easy. Usually a majority of these dashes are easy. Kindred is also easy. Her Q animation is like pretty slow. There's like the sound indicator. And then a lot of these dash animations, you can also, if you're a wary player, if you play with sound on, you can also listen to the sound indicators. So also keep in mind, Kled pretty easy, especially his E, like there's two parts to it, and then there's this Q melee form that has the wind up. It's pretty easy. Borderline, how can you miss? I feel like his E is a lot harder, especially the first time, because he could, if he comes at you in a way that you're kind of not expecting it, it's really easy. But like if he E's you once, then for sure the second E you should be hitting on 100%, you know? All right, LeBlanc is like medium reactions. Her W is fast, really fast, and then there's the whole blinking she could do with her R and then W. So yeah, Lee Sin Q is easy. His W's a bit harder, but I'll put Lee Sin under easy. Majority of these are gonna fall under easy for sure. Leona, borderline easy. There's so much travel time of when she actually lands her E that you can react to your W, and it's a root, so it's not like it's a stun like a Mumu Q, so you can't use it while the ability connects onto you. It's like you could W. Lucian is medium, honestly. His dash is fast, man. His dash is like medium reaction time. It's like you gotta be careful for that one. Wukong's easy, but his W, like he could stop Juke Q, right? So that you could get baited into W, because you can W his W. His E is medium reaction though, but you know, I feel like because there's so much going on, he sends out 3 of his clone, like 3 Wukongs. Then if you're just actively looking for that, then it's pretty easy to read. All right, it's not in alphabetical order anymore, I think. Just realizing. Poppy, medium reactions, because this is a knockback first, right? So if you realize too late, you're already gonna be CC'd, and then you're gonna be put into the wall, and then she's just kind of a broken champion, does too much damage anyways. So who's next? I'm kind of just going through them randomly now. Ornn is fucking easy. Borderline, how can you miss? No, it's how can you miss actually. His R2 and his E are both insanely telegraphed, so how can you miss with Ornn? Rakan W is easy, but his E is medium reaction, so I'll put it, and then that's the one he could use twice, so I'll put him under medium reaction. But I think overall he's between medium to medium reaction, easy to medium reaction for sure. Nautilus, how can you miss? Really, it's really telegraphed, but it's like the same thing with the Mumu, that if it lands on you, I'll put Nautilus, how can you miss? It's really telegraphed, the animation. Riven, I'll put her easy because her E is easy, but her Q is like, how can you miss, right? So I'll put her easy, even though her Q is what she could use 3 times. The third one especially is what's the most telegraphed, that has the longest animation. It's the one you should be looking to cancel. Sejuani dash is really fucking slow. I'm gonna put her, how can you miss? It's so slow. It's just because she has a big hitbox and the dash range on it is long, but as long as you're paying attention to it, it's good. Pyke, I feel like you need to have great reactions for Pyke. I always struggle to W Pyke E. It's really fast. Set is pretty fucking easy. Borderline, how can you miss? Easy, because you just have to spam when you're in his R animation, like he's in the middle of ulting you just have to spam W. So I'll put him there. Urgot, how can you miss? It's fucking telegraphed as fuck. He has a whole wind up. Silas, I'll put him easy. His W is like great reactions in my opinion, but then his E1, E2 are like easy. So overall, actually, I'll just put him medium reaction if that's the case. Talia is pretty easy. As long as she's riding her wall, you just W her on her wall. Vi is like, how can you miss, man? How can you miss? You just gotta wait for her to actually fire off her Q. That's probably the hardest part. is just waiting for her to fire up her Q. Honestly. Tryndamere, I think you need medium reaction for this, for sure. For sure. Tristana, easy. Talon, I'll put medium reaction. His Q is really hard, in my opinion. His Q is really hard. Rek'Sai is really easy. For sure. Borderline, how can you miss? It's just her going through her tunnel. You see her click on her tunnel. There's a whole like little wind up animation. Shen. Shen is easy to medium reaction. I don't know. Maybe I'm a boomer, guys. I guess it just depends on the person for sure. But I feel like overall, you know, this is overall. Rengar, I'm going to have to put him easy for sure. Nidalee, easy as well. Zac, how can you miss? It shows you where he's going to land. You know, like there's a whole ass circle indicator. Shouldn't be missing that one. Yasuo, easy as well. Xin Zhao, medium reactions. It's a fast dash for sure. It's a fast one. Always struggle with that one. Tom Kench is great reactions for sure when he spits you out, because like it's more of getting a feel of when he's gonna actually spit them out. It's hard to read for sure. A lot of them are not aware about it too. Pantheon, also great reactions. His dash is really fast, you know, and it's such short range. That's what really gives you not a lot of time to react to it. Volibear, really easy. It's his Q. It's, you know, it's its next auto attack. I'm gonna put a how can you miss. You just have to W on that auto attack. Viego's medium reaction because of he's usually doing it from camouflage on his E. So, and then on top of that, it's a stun first and foremost before it's a dash. So it's kind of like it's gonna take some good reactions out of you. Vayne, I'm gonna put Vayne easy for sure. Vayne will go down. That's easy. Yumi's pretty easy as well. Yumi's pretty easy. Yone. So I'll put Yone as medium just because his E, so he has his E and his Q that you can cancel. His E is the there's not really a big animation telling on it. It's more like a prediction feel that you gotta have. So I'll put medium reaction for Yone, and then obviously his Q is a lot easier. Quinn is medium reaction too. It's really fast. It's pretty fast dash. I usually struggle with that one. Rel is pretty easy. You know, it's her W is so telegraphed, and then to remounts, it's her next auto attack. So they're both really telegraphed. Should not be missing that one. Thresh, pretty easy too. You see someone's about to click on the lantern, you press W.
Perfect.
Oh, somebody just followed me off stream. Thanks. Ziggs, pretty much how can you miss as long as you're in range, right? How can you miss? I feel like, and the actual like animation of him dashing himself is pretty slow as well. So I feel like you shouldn't be missing this one. Renekton's definitely gonna take some medium reactions out of you for sure. For sure. See, are we missing anyone? Samara's pretty fast. I think Samara's medium reactions. Lilia is really fucking easy. It's really telegraphed. York Ghouls, which I forgot in my other video. York Ghouls is really easy. Am I missing anyone? I think I got everyone. Kiana. So Kiana has what? Her W and her E. Her E is medium reaction. Her W is easy. Her W is what she's using more often, but it's hard when she's stealthing all the time. So I put her under medium reactions, especially if she's using W from stealth, E from stealth. Same thing with Viego. So I'll have her under that. Let's go through the list really quickly. And I think that was it. Yeah, guys, so that's the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the notification bells if you haven't already. This was my tier list. I'm Tac. I'm signing out. Peace.
on shattering time. I might just leave you behind. Homie, you stuck on rewind. You should quit sleeping on mine. You got your back on reclined. When I damage your delicate spine, please don't act out, shy and surprised. They be like, what you mean?